We don't have a theme song, so here it goes. Stay connected, the Xbox podcast. Enjoy the show. What's going on? It's me, Super Nintendo, and this is episode 4 of Stay Connected. It's an Xbox podcast, you know? And the thing is, I'm not alone. Believe it or not, this is just happens to be a trend that's happening in the last 4 episodes, and it's going to continue because, well, Wicked and I are doing this podcast together. Wicked, how the heck are you?
Good, and I'm ready to not be wrong with any predictions we have.
100% of the predictions are going to be correct. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, we're going to do a little prediction show, a little how do you do, a little who's it's and what's it. We have some predictions coming later, but first, Wicked, how has your week been? How have you been?
Pretty good. I got what I wanted to do in Summer Warriors 5 over the 3-day weekend, so I
Oh
should have
yeah.
it done by this weekend, maybe a little bit later, but yeah. And I did play some other stuff too.
Oh my goodness. What about the best meal you had all week? What was it?
I think I had burgers all week, so it was kind of the same. Oh, I did have my beef and broccoli with white rice again. That's pretty
Ah,
good.
beef and broccoli. Um, I went. This was the last week that we were trying out the Hello Fresh, and I can't eat. Well, I could, I'm sure, but I don't eat rice. It's the whole mouth thing. I can't have multiple um, you know, multiple items in my mouth at the same time. It's
Yeah, different textures of food.
yeah, I can't do it. So I don't do it, but I made it for the first time because I've never eaten it before, so I never had to make it, and then I made it this week, and I was told the rice was good, but we also had some chicken with it, and that was obviously good. Um, and then one thing I noticed, Wicked, I get the if I ever get what is it called? Peanut chews. Have you ever heard of peanut chews?
I have not heard of that.
No? It's like
Nope.
chocolate. Okay, so it's busted up pieces of peanuts mixed with caramel, and then it just has chocolate over it. It's like a cake, but it's broken up into small little pieces of chocolate candy, as opposed to, you know, it's almost like a Snickers bar, but yeah, it's called a peanut chew. Normally it's in dark chocolate. It's only dark chocolate, but at least that's what I've always gotten if I've ever gotten peanut chews. But what they ended up having was, lo and behold, they had it uh milk chocolate this time. So I got that. That was good. Um but yeah, enough about these candy bars. We'll get back to those, I'm sure, next week. Uh
Yeah, but I also had
oh, okay.
on the sweets front I had a black cherry Italian ice, and that's pretty good.
Oh, you did? Black cherry? I
Yeah,
so we've got Arita's Italian ice, and I had I get I got the cotton candy. I usually get watermelon. Um
I
but the
usually get lemon or cherry.
okay, yeah. Um my my mom passed away maybe 3 years at this point, right? And so she would always get root beer, and that was her favorite, her go-to. So if they ever have root beer in stock, because it changes every day. Whenever I don't get it that often, but when I do get it, if they don't have it, that day, I don't get root beer. But if they ever have root beer, I grab root beer. But they didn't have root beer or watermelon, so I picked up ye old cotton candy. It does not taste, I
Doesn't
don't
taste
think,
like cotton
like
candy.
cotton candy, but I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it.
Yeah,
And
certain flavors are pretty good sometimes.
yeah, I remember back in the day, I think growing up, we would sometimes get like the Trix yogurt, and they had cotton candy flavor.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I remember I felt like I was like cheating by because I was like, this doesn't seem like yogurt, but sure enough, it was cotton candy yogurt. But yes, um, more on our podcast later. In terms
Yeah.
of Xbox games, I wanted to talk about a game that I was playing it some over the weekend, and then I went ahead and played some more today, and that is Knockout City. Because Knockout City became free to play. It's no longer published by EA, and now instead it is published by um, is it Valor or Valiant?
Yeah, Valor or something.
Yeah, they are the people that used to work on like the I think it was what else did they work on back in the day?
Didn't, well, didn't
Um
they just do that Mario Kart?
Skylanders. Yeah. It was like well, it was the team that worked on like Skylanders and stuff. And
Yeah,
then they ended up leaving Activision and started working on yeah, they made the Mario Kart game, right?
yeah, the
And
home tour or
um,
live circuit.
Mario Kart Live Circuit, or yeah, and so they did that, right? And so not only did they do that, but then um, they they did that, and that came out, but they also made this as a part of like the EA, the EA. They have like a third party, like an indie thing where they kind of like support indie devs and let them play games, you know.
Yeah,
And so they did that, and Knockout City came out, and then sure enough, it was. I think it was like free for the first 2 weeks, right?
yeah, something like that.
And so it was free for the first 2 weeks, and then you got to play it, and then after the first 2 weeks, I think it's 1999, and it like instantly had a huge drop off. And then
Yeah,
about a month later, I think it became a part of EA
EA
Play.
Play. Yeah, and didn't they
Um,
have like up to level 20 that you can play then?
and then yeah, they made it so anyone could play until you hit level 20, and now it's just free to play for everybody. And yeah, so it came out the new free to play version. It's out. It's on the Xbox store, it still said EA on the in the shop, and then when you went to load the game, it was like, "Are you sure you own this?" And then it would be like, "Get the free version now," and then you would just hit the free version. All it does is this, like probably like a 25 kilobyte update, and then it's like, "Up, yep, here you go," and now you're in. And if you had played the game before, they give you 2,000 whatever it is, knockout
Right.
bucks or whatever.
Yeah. Is that the
And
premium currency now?
it is the premium currency, and it was already the premium currency back in the day, back like no matter when you were playing, right?
Yeah.
And so they have a season pass, which they call a brawl pass, right? And in the brawl pass, it is um, believe it or not, level 3 and level 13, just um two random Among Us emotes. Well, the
That's
one is like an emote if you lose, right? Where one of the, little Martians or space. I don't even know what they're called in Among Us. But if one of them pops up out of a vent and opens their mouth, you got the teeth, and instead of hitting you with the tongue, a volleyball, or not a volleyball, a dodgeball, shoots out of their stomach and gets you, right? And then
Yeah.
the other one is just like an emote that you like put your hand up in the air and it like pops up the emergency meeting emote, GIF basically. And yeah, so it's free to play. It's the same game. A new season has come. I think I don't know when they added this new ball, but there's like a new it's like a boomerang ball. I don't know if that came out now or I don't know if that came with the new season or what, but yeah. It's free to play, so I played it a little bit. I'll probably plan on going back to it. I don't know how often I'll go back to it, but it's one of those games where it's like I enjoyed it enough, but I think you might have said something about this yesterday where you said it's one of those games you think you need to like play all the time in order to get good at it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, for somebody that's just coming back to it, do you feel like you're getting dominated on, or you can just hold your own for the most part?
Well, I only played one match and it went pretty well. But yeah, it definitely takes some getting used to, and there is definitely a lot of times where I'm like I had no chance. I don't remember any of these like
The
new
map.
maps and in rotation and things like that, and yeah. But yeah, it is now out. It's on Xbox. I guess it's technically an Xbox One version because there's not a
Yeah,
Series X enhancements. And yeah, I've been playing a little Knockout City, but that's not all I played. I also played what's the name of that game I played? Wicked
Viva Pinata.
Viva Pinata. And I forgot how much Viva Pinata, how much I enjoyed Viva Pinata, I should say. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's been a while since I played it, like maybe 2000 2018 maybe, right? And just going back to it, it was a lot of it was
Nostalgic.
what?
It was nostalgic for you, or
Yeah, I think maybe it was because it was like, oh, I remember doing all this, right? And I remember doing it all, but then I also forgot like
how to play.
how to play and what to do and how a lot of it is just okay. So I do have to separate these these pinatas from these pinatas because otherwise they'll start fighting and they just start fighting out of nowhere and it's um it's a lot of fun, but it definitely I could see this being a big hit if it were to come out today, and even if it weren't in first person and they did it like a top down version of the game, like make it like like Stardew Valley where you just run around town and you're taking care of these pinatas but also doing other stuff. Even if you didn't run around town, if it was just a top down view as opposed to being first person, I think it could be really good.
Yeah,
um
I think so too. With the success of Animal Crossing now on Switch and everything, and like Stardew Valley
right.
and all the other farming games
Yeah, plus if Microsoft wants to have games like this
for their
on their
kids.
Game Pass, yeah, for
Yeah,
kids and younger, yeah, players. But there's a lot of depth to the game too at the same time, and yeah, it was bringing me back because I had forgotten how much. I don't know how much more I have to say about it other than I enjoyed it a lot. I streamed it. I don't know if I um want to jump back in right now because it would take up a lot of, it would be very time
Yeah,
consuming, but at the same time it is, yes, it is a game that I enjoyed playing, and it brought back some good memories. What
yeah.
about?
The only game I've played of Beef and Pinata is that Party Animals, the mini game one,
Oh yeah,
Mario Party, and yeah,
did you like that game? I never played that one.
I think I just played that for Gamerscore. Just the I don't know if it's the easy 1,000 or not. I just remember
Did you get
playing it
all
for a little bit.
1,000?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then you're not much of a party animal,
I
are you?
guess not.
Um, but yeah, I think that might be. I'm trying to think. I mean, I can't stop playing. I won't stop playing Atomic Crops, but that is um a game that I'll probably just always be playing and trying to get better at. Um, but yeah, between Atomic Crops and then I did not jump back into Roller Champions.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I downloaded that, but we haven't played it yet.
Yeah, we didn't get around to playing it. We played a little Fortnite. I'm basically at this point just waiting for the new season of Fortnite.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you, Wicked? What about
Besides
you, sir?
the staple of Summer Warriors 5, I've also did. I finished up Umurangi Generation. Now that one's a pretty good game. I recommend it. It's got great environmental storytelling. Just and, like no characters talk to you. You just gotta like figure it out yourself. It's a
Hmm.
pretty good game. It's in Game Pass, so check it out. But
Yeah.
the main thing I've been playing is Sniper Elite 5, which just recently came out to Game Pass.
Yes.
So,
I,
yeah, what was that?
I was just saying I started
Mhm.
to download it and then I was thinking to myself, I don't think I'm actually going to play this game. And
Yeah,
so then I stopped. I was, you know what, Wicked can play this and talk about it because I know you were going to play it.
yeah. So It's not. This isn't a bad thing. I'm gonna say, but if you played one of the past games, you played this one pretty much. It's not. The setting is France, I think. I'm
Yeah.
second guessing myself now.
Well,
But
great.
yeah, it's mostly you just sneak around or go loud sniping Nazis. But for me, so the levels are more open worldish now. But for some reason, the it's got invisible walls, which is fine for mission boundaries and stuff. But like certain hedges you can't go over, certain fences you can't vault over. It seems like they wanted it to have like a linear level style, like lanes, like 3 lanes or 4 lanes sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mesh well, in my opinion.
Hmm.
And the game is pretty short. It's only got 8 main levels and then one level that's like 5 seconds, pretty much. It does have a DLC level, so I think it's like $6.
It is $60, but it is also on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, yeah, but the Game Pass version doesn't include that DLC level, so you're only getting 9 levels. And it does have survival mode, which I didn't play, and it's got multiplayer. For this one, it's got like a new mechanic that's opt in. It's the invasions. So think of it like a Dark Souls invasion, where another enemy sniper will come into your game. You have to kill them first, or they kill you. Then, if you die, you lose. You have to restart your save, which is kind of annoying because sometimes the save doesn't work. So if you just did an objective, it usually saves, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the invasions, I think, would work if it wasn't big maps, because you could be on the other side of the map, and then the other guy spawns pretty far away from you. So there is phones where you can get their general location. I don't know. It's a good idea, but I think the execution is not well put together right now.
Hmm. So you enjoyed it, But do you think you would
Yeah.
have gotten it if it wasn't on Game Pass?
Uh, well, maybe if I didn't have anything to play.
I'm saying right now, would you have played it this week? Would you have
If
bought it and played it this
uh,
week if it wasn't on Game Pass?
no, I probably wouldn't have.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
wicked.
It's- yeah.
All right. Well, there's that. So that was Sniper Elite 5.
Oh, there's one more thing. It has a skill tree.
A skill tree?
Yeah, it's got 3 skill trees, which is pretty okay. It's not taking a long time to get all the skills. I think by the end of it, you'll get most of them. But I think the highest level is 40 for your levels, and you can customize your guns and all that. There's challenges, and then for some reason I saw people talking about this like Hitman, like the new ones, which
Yeah.
I don't get at all. It's not. There's certain enemies you can kill in unique ways. You can poison a dude or something like that. But it's just weird how they made that comparison when it's so not even like Hitman.
I'm. I thought. I thought about downloading it after hearing someone talking about it, and the way they were describing themselves playing through the level reminded me of someone playing through Hitman, and how
Yeah,
like you had to wait for a plane to fly over to snipe
yeah,
somebody in order to make sure that they couldn't hear the shot and stuff like that, and that sounds like something out of Hitman. Um,
yeah. I don't, it's sort of, but I feel like if you want to play stealth in that game, you just want to do it with your pistol and in close quarters takedowns.
close quarter takedowns. All right.
Yeah,
So overall, you would say
it's
pretty
a
good.
perfect game for Game Pass. It's okay. I did play with a friend, so we probably rushed through it, kind of. But I don't know
Uh,
if playing solo would be any different. I think solo would be easier stealth wise than co-op.
so you think playing through it in co-op's better?
Yeah. Plus, you got somebody else to talk to, and you can
Yeah.
just screw around. I wonder where they take it from here because I don't think that the Carl guy, the main character, I don't know how many things he can topple. You know?
Well, he's got to topple as many as he can. Is this the same guy from the other ones?
Yeah, it's the same guy from the other ones.
Huh. Yeah, I just never got into those games. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those one and done types of games. I'm probably not gonna go back to it, but yeah, it was a fun time, I guess.
There is one game, real quick. Silt um, is out now on the Xbox, right? And I've been playing it on the Switch, and it is. I thought it was going to be like Limbo, and I just wanted to talk about it real quick in case anyone was interested in playing it. It's actually more of a puzzle game, and like
Ooh,
you'll be swimming around and you hold down a button and the light from your mask takes over a fish, right? And it takes
yeah,
over that fish, and when it takes over the fish, you control that fish, and then your body is just sitting there, right? And it's like you're just trying to figure out these puzzles and work and get the fish to do stiff whatever it is you need them to do, right? And so you got to take them over and solve these puzzles. So it's a lot more puzzle oriented than I thought it would be. But yeah, that is Silt that comes out. I believe it is out today, as of today. And
I
yeah,
thought it was. I thought that was just gonna be like a side scroller.
yeah, I thought it was a side scroller. Even in, I think in the trailer, they don't really show you that it's like a puzzle game. I mean, it says solve puzzles, but
Yeah.
in the description, but based on the trailer, it looks like something completely different. And
Usual platformers have like light puzzles too, right?
right, yeah, but this just seemed like a lot of puzzles, and then you would just swim to the next puzzle and then solve it, swim to the next puzzle, solve it, stuff like that. Your body is very delicate, so if you get near the wrong fish or the piranhas, they'll just eat you and then you'll die. So you got to take them over from a distance and then solve the puzzle that you need and then keep going. But yeah.
It's reminding me of a game I played and I can't remember where you take over. What is it? Maybe it'll come back to me. But it's like a game where you could possess enemies to get around stuff and then kill those enemies and stuff.
uh I know there
Hopefully,
was a game called like Headlander, but I think that was only on PlayStation, right?
I think Headlander's on Xbox now, but it was like a late port, I think.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it turns out I own it on the Xbox.
That was by Double Fine, right?
Double Fine made it, yeah, but Adult Swim Games.
Published it.
That's right. You would take over heads. That's yeah, I remember that now.
Oh, I there's another thing I did. I did the Her Story on the Windows 10. I
Oh
got all
yeah.
the in that. But since I already played it on Steam and I got like 5 hours in it, I felt it was okay to do it the scumbag way for all the achievements.
The scumbag way. What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
Just look up a guide and just type in the words
Oh,
instead of
okay.
playing it
Actually
again.
playing through, enjoying the story.
Yeah, but I think it's one of the GOAT games, GOAT status game. You should, if you have access to a Windows 10 computer, download Game Pass and download Her Story and play through it yourself. Discover the story your own way because it's a great game.
Did you play any of the Pac-Man Museum? That's also on a Game Pass.
No, I downloaded it, but I heard it was has a bunch of input lag.
Uh,
Is
I
that true or?
I downloaded it and the only thing I did was play a little Pac-Man 256. Played Pac-Man 256 and got so there was so one thing I do, you know, being an Xbox owner is try my best to get all as many of the rewards as I can, right? And so with today being June 1st when we're recording this, that being a monthly the monthly reward for 2000 points popped up, right? And one of them was complete an Xbox or complete the Microsoft Rewards top 10 punch card, then clicked to complete the task. And I activated the punch card, and one of the games is Pac-Man Museum Plus. And so I loaded it up. The easiest achievement to get is to get uh what was it? You complete the achievement or you play the game, you play one game and you unlock an achievement. So I wanted to check out Pac-Man 256 because it's been a while since I played it, and I downloaded it, played it, got the achievement, then quit out of the game. Haven't been back. Um, but yeah, it was
Yeah,
worth it to get that point. You know, you got to get those points.
yeah. I think yes. I always forget to do those. Sometimes I do it, but sometimes the game is just to like to play it, and you can just use XCloud for that.
Oh, to just log in. Yeah, I do that a lot with the Game Pass challenges where it's like play 3 games or get 3 achievements. It's like why wouldn't I just get play the 3 games much quicker? So plus, yeah, like if you click on a game and it's like, oh, we have the cloud version right here. By all means, play it on cloud, and I just hit play on cloud, wait for it to load up, get the achievement, and bada bing, bada bang. and go from there. Um, yeah, we got so I would say that's pretty much what we've been playing. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I know this is not Xbox stuff, but I've been playing Marble Snap. That's a pretty fun game.
And right now, what that's only on.
Well, closed beta on Android, but I think there's like internal testing on iOS right now, or like closed alpha for iOS. So yeah, it's a card game, which I'm surprised I like because I'm not really into card games besides Yu-Gi-Oh and like Slay the Spire and stuff. But it's interesting game. I'll probably play it a bunch just to kill time because the matches go by so fast.
Yeah, it is. Well, you informed me that Diablo Immortal is out,
Yeah, I
and
play a little bit of that too.
I haven't played that yet. But since I'm all done playing Gears Pop, I decided, you know what? Let me download this. I don't know how much I'll actually play it, but I at least
Yeah,
downloaded it to give it a shot, check it out, see how that goes. Um, but yes, so that is what we've been playing. Wicked, play the um Xbox Bethesda game showcase prediction music, please.
I have no idea what it's gonna sound like. Just that new song like they usually have, like a the pre-show,
Yeah, just
or like
anything. Just ba da
no.
ba ba boom ba boom boom ba beat a ba boo bum bum ba. It's the Xbox Bethesda game showcase
They
predictions, something like that. All right,
I'll
and go.
use we'll just use what you did.
Okay. All right, we'll just use what I did. All right, so we got some predictions. I was wondering how to do it, and I guess we can just go back and forth. We'll
Yeah,
each have um let's just go with like the easy ones would be like, oh, the Marcus Phoenix collection that's been rumored, right?
yeah, probably.
But and so instead of doing that, just think beyond think
You're
of
thinking,
what other sort of things we could have besides that, because that was rumored. Um,
yeah,
because that
uh,
would be, we'll just give us both, we'll both say that we came up with that, and then we'll at least get 1 point for that.
yeah,
But we
one
should at
point.
least have some softballs, and then have like some out there prediction, and then yeah, you do something from there.
Yeah,
All right, well, Wicked. You know what? I did the theme song. You can be the first one to come up with your first prediction. Let's
okay,
hear
they're
it.
going,
And not
they're
it's
going,
not even a prediction. This is going to
yeah,
happen, right? Cuz you
yeah, yeah.
take it away.
Okay, so Machine Games is going to announce with gameplay, Wolfenstein 3, and it's going to come out this year.
Well, I'm sorry. You saying Wolfenstein 3 is coming out this year and we don't know, they haven't
Yeah,
announced it yet.
yeah, it's going to be like a super surprise because they had to be working on something besides Indiana Jones. Because the last game they put out, besides helping on stuff, was like 2018, so they had to be working on something else.
What they did 2018. What who did
They there was the Wolfenstein New Colossus. I know they helped on the Youngblood, but that was mostly Arcane, I think.
Yeah, and I think yeah, what have they been up to since then?
Yeah. Oh, and they did do that a new level for the Quake remaster, but I don't think that takes a whole studio to do that.
Oh yeah, no, probably not.
It's either Wolfenstein 3 or Quake or something that they're gonna have.
did they do what was it? Wolfenstein? Yeah. I'm guessing you're right. I could see that being Wolfenstein 3. And here's for a bonus point, Wicked. Yes or no? Will they tease Mecha Hitler in the trailer?
Yes, they will.
Okay. Wicked, you know what? You convinced me. It's happening. It's coming out this year.
Yeah. And then if we go by Pete Hines, he said that was in coming in like he said it was either coming soon or in development in like 2019. So who knows? I might be misremembering that quote or whatever, but gotta believe, and we're right anyways. So
Yeah. What do you know? It could I mean it very well could be true. Um my prediction is we are going to see, I hope you're ready for this. We are going to see the, this is a random one. I don't know um how accurate this is. This isn't even like I think they are going to show the rumored Halo um battle royale game.
oh, the battle royale, yeah,
Yeah. I mean obviously they're I could see them talking about um talking about the game and how they're working hard to bring co-op. And I one thing I hope they don't do is show us online co-op for Halo Infinite. I don't care about it. I just don't care. Just release it. I don't
yeah,
talk about it. Don't show it to me for 5 minute mission of two people doing fake gamer talk,
yeah.
playing online together. We don't need it. I don't want it. No, thank you.
But
But yeah, then I also think we're gonna have that battle royale
and they'll
announced.
do a whole match of that battle royale being shoutcasted by somebody.
Yeah, it'll be Shoutcast. Maybe Snowbike Mike. Maybe our boy
Yeah,
Snowbike Mike will get it. He'll get out there. Um, but yeah, I think they're gonna show that, and I think it will have a date of 2023 because nothing's coming out this year.
yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, something they shadow drop something.
What? Well, what about you? What's your next guess?
Square Enix will show up and they'll have Final Fantasy VII remake coming to Game Pass day one. Out now.
Out now. So it's coming
Yeah.
out Sunday the 12th.
Yes.
Okay. So Sunday the 12th, we're going to get Final Fantasy 7 remake integrate uh
Yeah.
the
Yeah. With the
DLC and
DLC.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Obviously we're going to get a Redfall from Arcane. So what I'm trying to think of what could what we could see that they haven't shown us yet. Like
Yeah. I guess full gameplay or mission. I don't know.
um
It seems kind of weird because isn't it supposed to be like semi-open world?
it's kind of like yeah, it's almost like a mm, oh dear. I'm dropping
Not
my bottles. This is
It's
the
not
hint.
supposed to be about a looter shooter, right? I'm forgetting what it is.
I do think it is like games as a service, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
So almost like um Destiny or something. where you'll be picking up better loot and then fighting against these vampires, right? That's what they are, right?
Yeah, yeah, the vampires.
But yeah, I mean, that's less of a prediction and more of me just trying to think of what they would have.
Yeah.
You said Square Enix, okay? I'm
Yes.
just gonna come out and say they're gonna work with Capcom, and they are releasing and working on a brand new Dead Rising. So Dead Rising 5, is it
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, it would be 5.
Yeah, Dead Rising 5, which was rumored to be in the works and then got canceled. But by golly, whatever. We're coming up
Yeah.
with predictions. That's my prediction. They're working with Capcom to bring out
And just think of all the zombies they can have on screen with these new consoles.
the power of the cloud, baby. You know
Yeah.
what? The power of the cloud. Um all right, what about you?
Our friends at Bandai Namco will show up with either Digimon Survive Game Pass Day 1, a new Dragon Ball Z game, or Killer Instinct if they're working on that,
Yeah.
or One Piece Odyssey. Because usually Bandai Namco is always on the Xbox show for something.
Yeah, I think isn't that did they show Tales of Arise there?
Yeah, the Tales of Arise, and then
Yeah.
they had Dragon Ball Kakarot, and then Dragon Ball Fighters.
I I could see Tales of Arise coming to Game Pass.
Yes, yeah, that makes a good sense for that.
But we'll talk about that because I think at the end we should have. All right, they're gonna have the Game Pass. They're gonna have
Yes,
that Game Pass trailer, like coming to
yeah,
Game Pass, or they'll be like at some point they're gonna say everything from here on out is coming to Game Pass. I I think Coalition, aside from, I I don't think they're the ones working on the Gears of War collection, the Marcus Phoenix collection. I
yeah,
th- think they're going to show us their smaller project or at least announce it. And
yeah.
I think it will be a new IP and maybe even revive what they had originally showed off um, before they took over the Gears of War
Yeah,
series.
Shanghai or whatever it was.
Yeah. So I think that'll, I mean, because I think we will get that Marcus Phoenix collection, which is supposed to come out. And I think that will probably come out in sometime between September and November. But,
Yeah.
um, Wicked, do, do you have another prediction?
Yes, Atlas will show off Persona 5 Royal for Xbox and probably Soul Hackers 2 for Game Pass. Both of them Game Pass.
Persona 5 Royal coming to Game Pass.
Or maybe Strikers 2. Either one of those.
Strikers is not on the Xbox at this time, right?
Yeah, it's not. Still not.
Yeah, I think if that does come to Xbox, it will be one of those out on Game Pass. Um, I think, okay, next prediction. Um, Compulsion Games. I think they're working on a new game. I don't think it's first person, and I think it will. Obviously, it's going to be a new IP, but I don't know. It's definitely not coming out this year. I think it will be. Uh, it'll either be some little gameplay trailer, kind of like they did with the first time they showed off the land. What was the name of that game?
A We Happy Few.
We Happy Few. Yeah,
But is it going to be like a fake out or sort of misleading?
quite misleading compared to what it ended up becoming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, because it wasn't anything like that video. Um, mm, I'm gonna say no. You'll know what it is, and I think it will be instead of first person. I think it'll be top down.
Top down, huh?
Top down. We'll just go with top down
Full 3D or 2D?
3D. And I think they're gonna stick with 3D.
So it'll be like an immersive sim or whatever
Yeah, I could see
that,
it
or
being. I could see them sticking with like survival gameplay for their game, but it is not going to be, I don't think, first person. But I do think it will be multiplayer.
yeah, probably.
All right. What about you?
Okay, let's see. Probably Obsidian will announce that one small project from Josh Sawyer, that one that has no combat. That's been rumored.
Obsidian has no combat. It's been rumored, you said?
Yeah, the uh, like detective no combat game, sort of like Disco Elysium or something like that.
Okay. So the combat is basically the talking. Like you
Yeah,
need to work on your swagger in order to unlock certain options of what to talk to somebody.
yeah, that'll probably be early next year.
I think that game will come out this holiday.
Ooh,
You say 2023, I say 2022. Um I think we will get Bandai Namco to come and talk about Killer Instinct, and I think they'll show it off. I think it'll look different than the Xbox One Killer Instinct game, and I think it'll be something that we will people will look at that game and be like, "Oh, that looks really good," and
yeah.
I think I think they'll show off Killer Instinct with gameplay, and I think it'll even show um, a crossover character.
Uh, from Tekken or another IP.
Yeah, I think it'll be from another fighting game, whether it's whether it's Tekken or Virtual Fighter. I think it could be Tekken since they are the ones working on the game.
Yeah, so it'll be like Heihachi or somebody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it'll be somebody that we weren't expecting,
Yeah. Do you think
but
one
they
of the
would make
Killer
sense in
Instinct
the game.
characters would
What?
go? Do you think one of the Killer Instinct characters would go cross over into Tekken 7, even though it's an old game by now, but they haven't made a new one?
Uh, I don't think they'll do that. No, but I do think I could see like at least one of the Killer Instinct characters coming to Fortnite,
Which which one would you say would go to Fortnite?
which would fit Fortnite. It's probably going to be Fulgar, right? Like the
Fulgor or
yeah,
Jago?
yeah. Now that you know what, I'm talking myself out of it. They will not be in Fortnite. They're not going to be. They
Well,
don't. They'll not be in Fortnite.
if Peter Griffin gets into Fortnite, it's all over. They'll have to shut that game down.
If Peter Griffin gets into Fortnite, yeah,
Yeah, I if that's actually true, I bet you the emote is like the bird is the word dance.
bird is the word. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, yeah, because
or the that holding his knee when he fell down.
they're not. They can't do it. They can't bring Peter Griffin to Fortnite.
They have a
Um,
chicken character, right, in Fortnite?
they have a what?
A chicken costume character.
They do. Yes,
Okay, so Peter Griffin can fight that too.
he
It'll be
could.
like
Yeah, if they
Heat
if
10.
they ever bring Peter Griffin, he's definitely fighting that. He's definitely going to be punching and fighting with the. with that.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Do you have any more?
Yeah. Let me think.
Think away. Think away.
We'll probably see more Hellblade 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because did you see that video where the behind the scenes where they had the mocap for that giant?
Mocap for the John. Oh yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
like a minute long, and they showed how they did the mocap for
yeah,
the scene that they showed.
yeah. That's crazy. That guy's got good wrist strength for doing that.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like, how long did they have to do that? Like
Yeah,
that
but
seemed
we'll probably
like
see more of that, which more gameplay. But
more gameplay. Yeah.
yeah, and then probably have a uh 2023 date on it.
Any time period? Will it say spring 2023 or will it just say 2023?
I'd probably just say 2023.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna have that. All right. Let's see what else. I think we're going to get a we're going to get a look at Starfield. It's I think they're going to open the show. That's the other thing. I want to know, what do you think they'll open the show with and what do you think they'll end the show with?
Yeah, they'll probably end up start the show right into Starfield. I think they'll just jump like in have like a little cinematic, then just jump right into gameplay.
I think Starfield will open. I think they'll end with Starfield, and I think they'll open with. They got to open with something big, right?
Yeah, yeah. For me, I think they'll end with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, Xbox Game Pass Day 1, 2024.
That's what they're ending with.
Yeah.
Here's here's the fatal flaw in your thinking. Okay, I know it's predictions, but let me tell you, they they want to they want to promote the heck out of um Final Fantasy 16, and they can't do that while people are only asking them and talking about Final Fantasy 7 Part 2. I could see them opening the show with Final Fantasy 7 Integrate and then being like out now, you know, in Game Pass. Like that could be a big hello, how do you do? Start the show with that. But I do think they'll start the show with two of their projects. I think they'll end it with Starfield, and I think they'll open with the Halo Battle Royale. Like just open the show with you and your
Something.
gang dropping down in the Halo.
Yeah, I wonder how they do that.
Yeah.
Do they add more weapons into it, or do they just have to make do with the limited weapon set of Halo?
No, they don't need to add more weapons. They just got the different colors, so like they'll just load faster or have a bigger clip and things like that.
Yeah. So, do you think you start with a pistol or you start with a plasma pistol?
Um, I don't think you'll start with the pistol. I think you'll drop down with nothing.
Ooh, nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think they have like the power ups in the battle royale or
Like
no?
invisibility.
Yeah, like cloaking or radar stuff.
I could see that. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
hopefully they have a ping system and reviving a good battle pass.
Yeah, I hope it's more in line with like Apex in terms of like just the way it like launches and has the battle pass has. I hope it has um crossplay between. Well, obviously, I'm sure it's gonna have crossplay, but I just hope it works better. I hope it has a better season pass and like progression system than Halo
Yeah.
Infinite, because that is what's stopping me from playing Halo Infinite most of the time, because it's like, oh, I got to level 100, or in the case of the new season, I don't really like most of the stuff they gave us in the battle pass, so nothing's really getting me to go back to it. But um, yeah, I think it will be launching with that, starting with Halo, ending with Starfield.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if
I,
they, sorry, go ahead.
I think Starfield's gonna steal the show.
I I think if they start with Starfield, then
Yeah.
they have to end with something even bigger. I don't know what they would end with, but I just have a feeling they'll end with Starfield, because I feel like they need to make the biggest bang with that, and they need to get
Yeah.
people talking.
Hopefully it doesn't leak out before
Yeah. Well,
hours before the show.
that's why we're doing this now, because we want to do it before too many of the leaks are out there, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, we got that. Do you have any more predictions?
Yeah.
Let's hear
Capcom's gonna show up with Dragon's Dogma 2
it.
because that's been rumored to be in development.
Yeah, that is rumored to be in development. I'm curious to see if it actually does happen.
Yeah, because the first one didn't do too hot, did it? Didn't
No,
set the world on fire.
it did not set the world afire, but then people really took to it, and it kind of has like a cult following, and they showed it off because it was like that 10-year or 10-year anniversary of the game, and I believe there were people talking because it has like they showed off new artwork for it too.
Ooh, okay,
And
yeah, mostly likely to shoe in.
yeah, I definitely think that'll be there. Um, what about um this? What do you think of this? I think they're going to um have some games that they showed us before last year, like As Dusk Falls. I think As Dusk Falls will be in a like a sizzle reel. But I think you and I were talking about it. I think they're gonna show it off at some other game festival.
Yeah, the Tribeca thingy a few
Yeah.
days before.
In terms of gameplay, I think we're gonna get gameplay for Contraband, and
And the fake uh, dial like fake game chatter that they always everybody does for multiplayer stuff.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I do
Yeah,
think they will show gameplay. It'll be multiplayer, and I think it will.
will Steely Dan make an appearance again?
Steely Dan.
Yeah, that was the song they
No,
or
I don't think they'll have Steely
or
Dan there.
another song from them. Will they have
No,
another like 70s, 80s music for that?
I I think they'll just drop into a mission, and they'll show us the mission and show us how it plays, I think that's what they're gonna do. I don't think there'll be any more licensed music for it. I think they'll have some of their own music. Maybe if they're one of them's driving in a car and they pull up, that music will be playing. You'll be able to hear it on the radio, but then they shut the car off when they get out and they stop playing it, if anything. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope it's good.
Yeah, it should be good. Most co-op games are okay.
And yes, I think it will be 2023.
Yeah, can't be this year. It's too early.
It's too early for Microsoft to release anything, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about
What-
you got anything else? Wicked.
yeah. The Brassland Entertainment that they're rumored to be making like a RPG with Wu Tang as like the music, or they're just helping out with the music. But I think the rumors are wrong. It's not like that top-down 3D beat 'em up or like Diablo like. It's just a high budget Afro Samurai game.
Is it going to have Afro Samurai
Well,
or
it's
is
just
it going to just be like in that style?
no, it's just gonna be like an Afro Samurai game, like not like the one that was for the 360, but or not definitely not the one that was canceled for PS4.
But it's going to actually be Afro Samurai is what you're saying?
Yeah, yes, it'll be like not probably like deliberate combat like from software games, and then they'll have like the Wu Tang members do some tracks for that.
Um so that's your guess?
Yeah, that's my guess for whatever Brass Lion's doing.
Whew. Okay.
Because
Um
I said it was supposed to be like anime aesthetic and all that.
uh, so it's Afro Samurai is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes.
I think um the um all right, here's my next prediction. Are you ready for this? I think the 2020 Battletoad game did well enough in for Microsoft and through Game Pass that uh Dalala, is that how you would say it? Dalala Studios?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they are working on Battletoads 2 side scroller beat 'em up, but it'll be about I think it'll either be Battletoads 2 or Battletoads uh and Double Dragon.
Oh,
Um
not two battle, two toads.
to battle two toads. Um yeah, I think it's going to be online co-op. They're going to make it online. They're going to have the battle toads and it's going to be the same sort of like animation like a cartoon. It's almost like a Saturday morning cartoon that
Yeah.
animation for that game. Um I don't think I'm but part of me is also worried it did not do well enough for them to justify a new side-scrolling beat 'em up. But I'm just, you know what? I'm going with it. We'll
Mhm.
see.
Makes sense. They could
Um,
always throw it on Switch too to get some more hype around it.
yeah, I see. That's the thing. I thought for sure they would have already done that.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe we'll do it this time with maybe with Battletoads and GoldenEye.
yeah. Um, they're currently working. Delilah Studios is working on a um unannounced project, and I think it will be announced um at E3, or not at E3, they're at the game showcase, but I do not think it will be 2022. I just think they will show it. It'll have gameplay, um, and we'll see how it goes from there. Do you have
That's
any
what,
more Wicked, or are you done?
yeah, I think I got some more.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll probably see GoldenEye, right?
oof,
Most
oof,
likely, since
oof.
that's been rumored, and it actually has achievements on the servers.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Like, is that going to be the game? Is
Or
that
is it?
good? What?
I was gonna say, or is Nintendo going to announce it? Because don't they technically own the code for that game?
I think they own the code for some of the levels.
Yeah. So it's either at Xbox's show or Nintendo.
I think Microsoft gets to announce it. I think that's one of those games that they don't just announce it and give it a date. I think that'll be an out now thing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just trying to think of if the out now is Sunday the 12th. Um, I think
Do you
it.
think?
What?
Do you think they give Nintendo Switch Online the 64 version too?
Yeah, I think that'll be a part of. That's what I'm trying to think. Is this going to be released on Switch via the eShop, or Switch via Nintendo Switch? Because they could release it like they did with Quake. It could be like the how they released Quake, and release it on Xbox and Switch, and then have crossplay. But I think if they don't do it that way and they release it on Nintendo Switch Online, then Nintendo will not. It won't have crossplay, obviously, but um, yeah, it's the only time will tell. Wicked.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
few
I'm with you.
more.
I think that's out then. I think that'll be an out now thing. Um, I do think we do hear about uh the Stoic Studios, their game,
Yeah, that's
Project Belfry. I think they'll show that off, and I think it'll be
this.
out in 2022.
Yeah, because we know Deathloop's gonna come out in September.
Deathloop's out in September, but I don't think um, if it's anything like the other projects that September 14th, 2021, it came out. I do not think they're allowed to talk about it on anything until either September 14th or September 15th. So it could come anytime after September 15th
Yeah,
to the Xbox. I don't know if it'll be out the next day or if it'll be something that comes out eventually. I mean, it doesn't matter when for Microsoft, because for most people, because it'll be a part of Game Pass, but September 14th is a Wednesday.
yeah,
So it would have to be that weekend. So Friday, I could see it being the 16th, but I
yeah,
can't imagine they're going to just September 15th rolls around. They're going to be like, it's out now. I
yeah,
think they will at least give you a month's notice, and it's coming to Game Pass.
yeah. Couple weeks at most, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking when they announce it, they're gonna announce DLC for it.
Yeah.
And that DLC will be free in Game Pass, but you'll have to buy it on PlayStation.
So you think the DLC will be free on Game Pass, but you buy it on. Okay.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you: do you think those deals were worth it for Sony, for with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo?
I think the deal for Deathloop was better than
Yeah, because
Ghostwire
they
Tokyo
wanted.
just because it came so much later than they probably thought it was going to. Mainly because of with the way everything went down and a lot of stuff got delayed. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah,
and Deathloop won a lot of awards, so that one's a it makes sense. But I don't know how much it sold really.
I
If
don't.
it sold well, I don't think Ghostwire Tokyo sold at all.
I'm not sure how much it sold. Um, the for the PlayStation Store digitally, which I think what Sony said that their system their store accounts for, is it 70% of digital sales, or it's 70% of their game sales now are digital, right?
Yeah,
um it says Deathloop was the 18th most downloaded game on the PlayStation Store, and Deathloop was only available on PlayStation, like not
yeah.
PS4.
Well,
It was only on PS5. It wasn't
yeah,
on
P.
PS4. It was also on Windows, but I'm talking about in order to be on that chart. It was only on PS5, not PS4. So to be
Yeah,
the
but
18th was pretty good.
it was $70 too. So
Yeah.
had to count for something right there. Yeah, it makes sense for Bethesda to make those deals because those every other game that's not Elder Scrolls and Fallout were never big sellers anyways.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them business wise to take those deals.
Yeah. So it's only a matter of time really before we um Wicked, you got anything else?
Hmm.
Or are
Yeah,
you
I wonder if Double Fine shows anything
mm
because they'll probably have multiple stuff in development, right?
yeah, because they usually do those game jams and then they release smaller games. I have a feeling they'll have like two smaller games and then they will also have they'll have some other stuff that they're working on.
Yeah, and they're doing Day of the Devs at Summer Game Fest too,
Right. Yeah.
putting that on. So that's indie stuff.
Yeah, that's some of those indie games. In terms of Stoic, real quick, their
Yeah,
last game was 2018. So
yeah. So
depending on how soon after Banner Saga, like when they made a deal with Microsoft, I could see their next game 2022. That would be 4 years.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it makes sense to be this year.
Yeah. If it's not this year, it's out by March, but before the end of March, at least. Um, but yes. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I can't think of any other
Yeah,
um thing outside of we got the Game Pass
yeah, Game Pass. Yeah,
trailer. Are we gonna see? What do you think we'll see there? Do you think we'll see anything that we don't know about, or
yeah.
anything coming to Game Pass that we didn't know about that is out?
Uh, I don't know what came out this year.
Well, we got some stuff like Lost Judgment. That could
Yeah,
be a game like
that,
Judgment and Lost Judgment. Those could
yeah,
be
that could
games
be.
that come.
Yeah, those ones. What else? Yeah, I don't really know.
No. I think they're gonna show.
Um,
I think they're gonna in that sizzle reel. I think they're gonna give us a release date for Somerville. I
yeah.
think they're going to um, announce the name of the game, or the last. Um, what was the name of that last game? Do you remember the name of that last the people making the Quarry? The last game that they did before the Quarry?
Oh, Supermassive.
Yeah,
Uh,
Supermassive.
that was Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes, I think.
Maybe yeah. Yeah, House of Ashes. I think that'll be on Game
The
Pass.
what the? You talking about the new one?
Well, they had Little Hope, right?
Yeah, they had Little Hope.
Man of Medan is was on Game Pass or is?
Man and Medan was in Game Pass before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
I think their next game will be, and then like I said, I think Tales of Arise is going to
yeah,
be another Game Pass game. Um, I think we're going to see it on Game Pass, and yeah,
both versions of the game or just the Xbox One version.
yeah, both versions, yeah. Um, in terms of that, I think that'll be that there. I
Yeah,
think they're going to have Somerville. I think there will be some other indie games that have come out or were announced that
like Ali Ali World. Do you think that's going to be Game Pass?
Ali Ali World, I could see that coming to Game Pass, yeah. But yeah, I also think, yeah, we'll get, you know what I'll say? I think we're going to get Castle Crashers 2 announced at the Microsoft event.
That'd be a fun game.
That's what I'll say. D- is there anything else that you can think of, or are you all at done?
I think we'll see our Marvel property and Arcane will work on The Darkness, a new immersive sim based on the comic.
The Darkness. What
Yeah,
about
because the 360 game, if you go back and play the 360 game, you can totally see Arcane working on something like that.
Indiana Jones? Are we going to see that?
Yeah, we'll probably see that, and then
Is
that'll lead into the Disney partnership thing that's been rumored.
the Disney partnership?
Yeah, so
Uh,
other IPs.
do you have any wild or out there predictions that you think will come?
They'll Ninja Theory will work on Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 3.
Who?
Ninja Theory, because they can do combat pretty well.
And
Lightsaber combat will be nice.
the Force Unleashed, you're saying?
Yeah, The Force Unleashed 3 or like a reboot or something like that.
Huh?
Something in that vein.
So a Star Wars game?
Yeah.
Star Killer is no longer in the um,
Yeah, but
canon.
he's done the coolest thing anybody has ever done in Star Wars, bringing down that Star Destroyer with the Force.
Oh yes, well everyone remembers that.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing that anybody's ever done.
Um, I think we're going to get either um a Blue Dragon or Lost Odyssey remake.
Made by the same Miss Walker or
Mm,
somebody else.
yeah, I think someone else will make it. I think it could instead be like a remake of the first two instead of a sequel, but I don't know who's gonna make it. But yeah, I think either Blue Dragon or Lost Odyssey is coming.
That would be nice. That would be pretty good announcement.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. We're gonna be right with all of our predictions because none of them can be wrong.
Oh, wait. I got a question. How many times are they going to say exclusive, and how many times are people going to misinterpret what they say?
World premiere. Yeah, I think you're going to hear a lot of console exclusive or console first or first day one on Game Pass. You're going to hear that a lot. Day one
Yeah,
on Game Pass.
because
You'll
with
be able to play this game day one on Game Pass.
so yeah. Do you think Indiana Jones is going to be exclusive, or is it going to be multi-platform?
I think it'll be multi-platform, but it'll be on Game Pass day one.
Yeah, maybe.
What about you? What do you think?
I don't know. I think they'll play. The Bill's probably going to be played nice and have it multi-plat, or maybe that's the contract Bethesda signed. But it would make some. I think it would make more sense just to make it exclusive.
So you think it'll be exclusive?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
What do you think leaks out first from the show?
Probably some exclusive with a third party or an indie dev.
I, yeah, that makes sense.
Um, there are some completely unrelated, but there are some Pac-Man emotes in Fortnite right now.
Is it which ones are there?
It's like Pac-Man Brained, it's called, where you are sitting on a stool playing Pac-Man using an Atari controller, what looks like an Atari controller, and Pac-Man is above your head going through it. And then the other one is just Pac-Man back bling. So Pac-Man on your back doing the chomp 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 chomp, you know?
No sounds with that.
I've I I don't know.
Oh,
There might be sounds. I don't have the sound on right now, but yeah. Hmm.
he's like what 42 years old. And he's finally in Fortnite.
Yeah. Look, I did it. He finally made it to Fortnite. Every
Pac-Man.
every Pac-Man's dream. Yeah. Not Mrs. Pac-Man because they don't know where it's at, but
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Pac-Mama. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Predictions. They're all coming true. Brace
Yeah.
yourselves.
Sorry for spoiling the show, but we had to do it.
We had to do it. All of them. We had to tell you about everything. Um. All right. Well, Wicked. Where can people find you?
Um, at thy name is Wicked on Twitter. Uh, on YouTube, it's the Wicked Soul XBL. On TikTok, it's the Wicked Soul YT. And where can people find you?
Great question. Thanks for asking. You can find me at Super Nintendo on pretty much everything, and you can also find the podcast at Stay Connected on Twitter. And yeah, um, we'll go from there. Thanks to everyone for listening, and we'll be back next week. Toodaloo.